this video, I have to make an entire park in a small area, but the size keeps getting smaller all the way to a one-tile park. This video is really crazy, so be sure to stick around to see the smallest park in the game. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so I'll start on the 30 plot here. There's gonna be a little hill in the back, so I'll raise up the terrain. And then I'm gonna have a little pond here. Now I'll make a path here out of cobblestone, and it'll have 2 curbs on either end. And now I'll make a curvy road over to this area because I want the coaster right over here. And the coaster will be a wooden coaster. I'll instantly start with a chain lift, and then it's gonna go into a drop right here. Then it's gonna take a nice turn around the pond before heading into an airtime hill right at the entrance. And then it's gonna do a couple twists and turns. Alright, now it's time to work on the station here. So I'll grab a block and I'll make a base out of cobblestone. Now I'll make 2 pillars out of wood and on this side. And then I'll make a slanted roof here using lighter wood. I'll add some roof pillars on top with some lights. And now I'll make a little fence here, and now I'll copy it for every single train or station or whatever the hell it's called. I'll also add some barrels and crates for decoration. Alright, and now I'm gonna move to the place over here, which will be a little golf course. So I'll open up a place in the path, will lead to a sign here, and now I'll just spell out mini golf. And then I'll make the L into a golf club. Or, wait, that's ugly. So I'll start with the first hole here, and then I'll curve the edge here. Why does it look like that? And I'll make the second hole here, that will have a little turn in it. I should probably start on the bushes as well, and I'll use it to cover up the areas like this. And now I'll make some stairs. Now I'll add some rocks on the side here. Alright, now I'll place in some trees, and luckily it's a mini park, so the trees look massive. And I'll just keep making more golf holes. And the exit to the mini golf will be right around here. And then this one will be a water one, so it will go over the water like this. So we'll have a bridge here. Alright, and now I'll just finish up the golf course with some trees and some rocks. Oh, and I forgot to make this, but I'll have a little box here, and in the box, there will be some golf clubs. And then coming off the side here, there will be golf balls. And now I'll just fill out all of this area with grass. So I'll make a more angled grass area with some rocks in it. Alright, and now I'll just put this all in. Alright, and now I'll make a rock wall to put over here. And I'll add some greenery in between the rocks. So now I'll just place in the wall here and add some trees behind it. And I'll trace along the track with this rock wall because I want to have something here. And I'll also add some grass over it. And then in this area here, I want to have a little plaza with food stalls and benches. So I'll start with the stalls right here. I'll place 2 logs, and then the roof will be here with logs on either side. And then in this building, I'll make a little grill that's gonna be dark red. Oh, not that dark red. With some metal legs under it and some fire. Alright, and now I'll just copy it in. This is definitely not a fire hazard. And then on this table, I'll make some plates that will be white and some random utensils, or I don't even know what these are. And now I'll make some benches and tables right here. So I'll start with 2 benches and then a table on top and then a pole in the middle and on either side of the benches. Now I'll just take this and copy it around. And then in the middle here, I'll have a little area, and it will be a little blob shape with some trees on the inside. Alright, and then the last thing to do is make a little entrance using some custom cylinders. But now it is time for the 20 tile area. So we have a lot less space to work with. Now the 20 area will have a snow theme, and I'll just take this past and then replace all the grass with snow. Alright, so now I'll start with the little pathway that will lead to everything in this area. And I'll also make it curvy just like the other one. Now I'll just place this snow in, and I'll also add in these preset trees, and now I'll start on the mountain here. So I'll just build it up like this. And I'll just copy this whole mountain right over. And now I'll use the rock pieces to make it very tall. And I'll add some trees on the mountain as well. Alright, and now I'll start with the coaster. So I'll get the multi-launch, and I'm just gonna set it straight into a launch here. And then it's gonna go in the mountain, and in this section, it's gonna go into a large turn that will loop back into the station. So now I'll open up these little areas so that you don't get your head chopped off. Alright, now I'll make a little tunnel section for the cave. Place it in. And now I'll just cover up the entrance with more rocks. Alright, and now I'll add some crystals inside of the cave, just like this. And I'll make them a lighter blue. Alright, and now I'll start on the little station here. I'll make it out of wooden planks. That might be a bit too bright. That's too dark. That's good. And now make some stairs. And I'll also make a long pathway leading to it. And now I'll add in some logs and make the ones over here a bit shorter, so it's a slanted roof. And I think I might make a little pond here to fill in the space. And now I'll just finish off the area with some snow and some trees. But now it is time to move on to the 10 area. Now this is so small, I can still make it work. Now this one will be a wild mouse coaster just because it's pretty small. But anyways, I'll start with the station here. Then it's gonna do a sharp turn into a really steep chain lift. Then it's just gonna weave around, awkwardly wrap back to the station. And of course I'm gonna have to make a path going over to it. And it's gonna be a really rocky landscape. So I'll just put in some rocks right above the track. And I'll make it this warmer rock color. And I'll just take this rock wall from the first park and just change the colors of the rocks. And now I'll just add in the rock wall. And this part here is gonna be like a little ravine. Now it's time to add in these trees. I'll change the colors to match the bushes. And I'll cover up the whole floor with the bushes. Over in this area, I'll have a little bridge, just like this. I'll make it out of wooden planks, and I'll add 2 side pieces that will be darker. And now I'll add in trees and some rocks. And I'll finish off the area with some custom supports. Alright, it is finally time to move on to the 5 area. I don't even know if this is gonna fit a roller coaster. Alright, I'll try to make turn here. Oh, that barely fits. It's gonna go straight into a booster. I'll have to quickly snap it around. This is going great, by the way. And then it's gonna do a really tight turn to the end. Uh-oh. Alright, I don't even know how I'm gonna make a path. Maybe like here. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I can just... Oh, yeah. And this is gonna be like a mystical mushroom forest. And the grass will be purple, and I'll just shape out where I want the path to be. Alright, now that the grass thing is done, I'll make a little mushroom here. I'll make it out of marble, and then have the top be bright red. Now I'll just make the white part of the mushroom, and I can use the new sizing feature. This is so cool. Oh my god, it can go so... Whoa. And I'll change the colors on some of them, just so they're not exact copies. I'll also add some trees in. And hopefully I can put it in. Please, yes, alright. Alright, and now I'll add some custom supports using the same mushroom base. Alright, now for the 1x1 area. Now I can't place any rides down, but I'll make a 1-to-1 scale replica of our first park. So I'll start with the path. It's gonna lead up to the station here. And I'll paint the floor into the same grass color. And I'll make the station just a block right here. And now make the layout so it goes up. And then it goes down, and then into a turn. Hopefully the item limit lets me do this. And then for the mountain, I'll just use a cone. It's gonna be made out of rock. Boom. And now for the water, make it blue and glacier. And now the golf course. So I'll place down the holes. Hopefully the item limit lets me do this. And now for the trees, I'll just make it cones. Now I gotta make the plaza here. Paint it concrete. Alright, and then that's it. That's the mini park. I mean, that's pretty much the same park. Alright, thank you for watching, and enjoy the on-ride POVs.